Welcome back to the channel, guys. One Asian, one phone here. So this is going to be my first shoe review video. I know there are a lot of runners out there, but I just want to put this out there right away. I don't run, I don't do any marathons, so this is strictly from a casual perspective. I'm actually a nurse and I work 3 12-hour shifts, so comfortable shoes are very important to me. So I'm just going to rate these on how comfortable they are for like a 12-hour shift. So these are the New Balance Rebel V5 in a colorway called Angora with Earth Shadow and Sea Salt. So I do have a pair of the V4s, which I love. I wear those a lot at the hospital. So let's see how these stack up to those. Alright, so what did New Balance change in the midsole? First of all, the stack height has increased by 5 millimeters overall. The V4 had a 30 millimeter heel and a 24 millimeter forefoot. The V5 now has a 35 millimeter heel and a 29 millimeter forefoot. The drop remains the same though at 6 millimeters overall. So New Balance also changed the FuelCell midsole. They did change the blend in the V5 to make it softer. It's about 80% EVA and 20% PIBA, whereas the V4 used a firmer PIBA-EVA blend. So New Balance did change the outsole also. So they added greater rubber coverage and removed the flex grooves present in the V4. So this likely will enhance durability and wear resistance overall. So moving on to the upper. The V5's upper is narrower through the midfoot and forefoot. It improves lockdown and reducing slippage. It also includes a thicker, gusseted tongue and a more structured padded heel cup. Compared to the V4 offered a slightly roomier fit. But if you have wide feet, the V5 also comes in wide sizes also. The V5 is slightly heavier, about 7 to 12 grams more, but not much difference. Mostly due to the extra foam stack. So overall, compared to the V5's midsole offers a more cushioned, I would say, pillow plush feel. If you're a runner, excellent for longer, easier runs, while the V4 is firmer, more responsive, and kind of gives better ground feel. Alright, so I got my V4 side by side with the V5s. Here's the difference in the tongues. I do like the update, and I definitely do like the extra padding in the heel. A lot more comfortable. And it also helps putting the shoes on. As you grab the tongue and the heel, easier to slip on. The mesh upper also feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit more thicker, a little bit more durable. Alright guys, so I've been a nurse for about 24 years. And I'm always in the search for comfortable shoes for my 12-hour shifts. I think back in the day I started out with Reebok Zigs. Then I went to, I believe, Asics for a while. Then I switched to Adidas Ultra Boost. Bought tons of Ultra Boosts. And then I just kind of started branching out, just really getting interested in different brands of shoes, Ons, some different Asics. And then more recently, New Balance. So do I recommend these for if you work in the hospital? Definitely yes. The midsole is soft, it's got some responsiveness. Just overall a great shoe to wear around the hospital. My feet don't feel fatigued at the end of the day. Now comparing these to the V4s. The toe box is definitely wider than the V4s. What's funny is I wear an 8.5, and on the V4s, at Dick's Sporting Goods, I had a size down at 8. And then I did order an 8 in a different color in all black for New Balance with the V4s. And they were a little bit small, so I don't know what's up with New Balance sizing compared to what was in the store. But the V5s feel like they feel true to size. They're a little bit narrower, but they do again offer wider shoe sizes if you need. You can definitely feel the difference in the midsole. The V5s are definitely softer, more plush. And I definitely like the changes in the upper. The increased padding in the tongue and the heel. Alright guys, so I'd probably rate this shoe 9 out of 10 for casual wear and if you work at the hospital. The combination of the changes they made with the midsole, increased stack height, and the little changes in the uppers just make this a better overall shoe for me. So for training, I would probably pick the Rebel V4s if you want something more responsive, more stable, have wider feet, and you prefer faster workouts. And I would go with the V5s if you want a cushier, more comfortable daily trainer with some better support and updated upper fit. So both models retain the FuelCell's signature propulsive feel. They're just tuned differently for distinct training needs. Alright, so these retail for $140, which I think is a fair price for what you get. It slots it right under the Asics Noble S5, which those are a great pair of shoes. I do own a pair of those also. Alright guys, well that concludes my first video shoe review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and why don't you leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of these shoes. Take care.